Hello everyone, this is part 21 of What If Naruto Came Back to Claim His Family's Name, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to share, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Join my membership, the perks are great. It's in the description. Be sure to like and subscribe, it gives me more motivation. Enjoy. Liz fell to the ground. Get up, daughter, said Sasuke coldly. Man, I hate him sometimes, thought Liz as she stood back up, wiping a little bit of blood from her lips. I wish I didn't have to do this, thought Sasuke as his heart hurt. I hate causing my kids any harm, but it is to save their lives. It had been an hour since the council meeting, and he had been training his eldest daughter. Ino had insisted that Fugaku get some more rest, so even at noon he was asleep. The boys were off doing their little training, which mostly consisted of a game of ninjas with the Namikaze boys, along with boys from their class. Ino was currently working in her garden with the youngest, Rei. According to her grandmother, Liz Yamanaka, Rei acted just like Ino when she was younger. She was helping Ino with the garden. As he was thinking, Liz charged at him. He moved his sword to block Liz incoming slash. Father, didn't you say never let your guard down during a fight? Asked Liz as their swords clashed. Yes, I did, said Sasuke. I also said you should learn from your mistakes. With that, Sasuke's fist came flying toward her gut for a second time. Liz jumped back, missing the punch by inches. Very good, Liz, he said. Father, don't slow down your punches just because I got hit last time, said Liz. Sasuke raised an eyebrow. Liz, I didn't slow down my punch, said Sasuke. Yes you did, Dad, said Liz as she looked her father in the eyes. Her father's eyes widened before sliming. Liz, I didn't slow it down, said Sasuke as he put his sword away. Dad, are you listening? I saw it coming, and I've never seen your punches before, said Liz. You never had the Sharingan before, said Sasuke as Liz now red and black eyes widened. I have the Sharingan, asked Liz. Her father nodded. She walked to one of the mirrors on the far wall. It was true, her eyes were now red, and had one comma in each. I can't believe it, she exclaimed. Believe it, Liz. You unlocked the first level of Sharingan, said Sasuke as he walked up to his daughter and put his hand around her shoulders. I am so proud of you. But always thought that Fukagu would have the Sharingan first, said Liz. Females often unlock the Sharingan first, because they are more likely to go to level 1, like you are at now. Males are more likely to take longer to unlock the Sharingan, but they normally go straight to level 2, said Sasuke. Liz focused some chakra behind her eyes and her eyes turned back to the normal blue. So I was likely to get it first anyhow? Asked Liz. Yes, but I am still proud of you. Now why don't you go show your mother what you can do now? Said Sasuke as Liz went to show her mother what she could do. They are growing up so fast, thought Sasuke with a smile before Itachi's words came to mind. Flashback. I want you to feel happiness, joy, love, said Itachi. It will make it all more painful to watch as I take it away from you. I will make you and your wife watch as I kill any kids you have. Then I will kill her. Finally, I will make you watch it over and over again until you beg me to let you join them. End flashback. I can't, I won't let their lives end because of something I did, thought Sasuke as he watched Ino hug Liz in congratulations. Just then, Fugaku walked in. I am so sorry for not getting up before now, said Fugaku. It is okay, son. Everyone needs rest. Just be ready, because your sister just unlocked the Sharingan, said Sasuke as Fugaku's eyes turned to his sister. Is this true? He asked. Of course it is, you barker, said Liz. How did you do it? Asked Fugaku. I don't know, it just happened, said Liz as she focused some chakra behind her eyes. The moment she did that, her eyes turned red. See. I see. Father, I will ready in 5 minutes to begin my training, said Fugaku. Son, eat something first, then we can train, said Sasuke. But father, I have to get more power, said Fugaku as Sasuke glared at him. Son, power isn't everything. It leads one to do evil things, said Sasuke as a thought crossed his mind. like when I tried to K Naruto just to get Mangekyou Sharingan. Before speaking again to his son, so now, eat some breakfast and spend some time with your family. Yes, father, said Fukagu as he went away. I think it is time for lunch anyway, said Ino as the rest of her kids walked inside, leaving her and her husband alone. Ino-chan, I am so worried about him, said Sasuke. He is acting like I did back when I was focused on King Itachi. What were those words you said last night, Sasuke-kun? Oh yeah, you said, he is like me, said Ino. Yeah, it's just, I don't want him to make the same mistakes I did, said Sasuke. Sasuke-kun, he is different than you. When you were younger, did you have any real friends until you were assigned to the same team as Naruto and Sakura? Asked Ino. No, I didn't have any friends, said Sasuke. Fugaku had friends before he knew what those words were, said Ino. He has friends in Kushina, Kib and most of the boys from his class. True, but it won't stop me from worrying about him, said Sasuke. Sasuke-kun, you wouldn't be a true father if you didn't worry about your kids, said Ino. Come on, let's have some lunch. Let's, agreed Sasuke as he and Ino walked in to be with their family. Meanwhile, in grass country sat the man who haunted Sasuke's and Ino's dreams, Itachi Uchiha. Slowly, a man sat down across from him. They say that you are a missing nin from the leaf, said the man. Go away before I s your tea, said Itachi as he glared at the grass Junin in his early 30s. I am only here to get information, said the black-haired ninja. I want to know if there is a Haruno clan in the Leaf Village. Why? Asked Itachi. Because I am a hunter nin trying to track down a rogue ninja who is trying to find the rest of his clan. I want him so if I find the other clan members, I find him, said the ninja. This guy might be useful, thought Itachi before he spoke. Yes, they're a descendant of a Haruno clan in the Leaf Village. Really? Can you tell me anything else about this Haruno? Said the ninja. Yes, she is the head medical ninja at the village, has pink hair, and her name is Sakura, said Itachi. Pink hair, that means she is from the clan. So she must be the daughter of my traitorous aunt, who ran off with a filthy Haruno, said the ninja. I don't really care about your personal problems, now leave me alone, said Itachi. Your drink is on me. My way of saying thank you, said the ninja as he tossed some money on the table and walked away. You fool, you're helping me more than I am helping you. While you keep the Hokage busy, I will get my revenge against my foolish little brother, thought Itachi. While this was going on, Naruto walked through the door of his house. He looked out in the backyard to see his sons in their fox forms playing with Kyuubi and Sakura's son, Fogo, along with the two twin red foxes that were paired up with Altair and Minato. His uncle Altair was reading a story to his little girl, Saya. He could sense Kushina's chakra, as well as Sakura's, coming from the room where Sakura kept some of her medical gear. Feels like Sakura-chan is training Kushina, thought Naruto as he walked outside to play with his sons. As Naruto walked toward his sons, he turned into his fox form, which was a blonde fox just like his son. However, his sons were young foxes, while Naruto was about the same size as the Kyuubi. Somehow, Naruto and his family could tell the difference between the two young boys almost instantly, even when they were in fox form. He supposed that one could always differentiate between members of his or her own species. Hey Dad, said Altair. What is up Dad? Said Minato. Nothing much. Just wondering if I could join your little game, said Naruto with a grin. Sure, Dad, said Minato. You're it, said Altair as he used his tail to hit his father with his tail before running off. Kit, what are you doing? Asked Kyuubi as he walked up. Just playing with the boys, said Naruto as he turned his fox head to look at the Kyuubi, and you're it. With that, Naruto ran off. Kyuubi rolled his eyes before joining the fun. Just focus your chakra into your hands and then increase the growth rate of the cells around the wound to heal the cut, said Sakura as her daughter started to heal the small cut on the fish. Good. Now keep the rate steady, or you could do more harm than good, said Fox Sakura with her own daughter watching beside her. Kushina closed her eyes and focused as the cut slowly closed. Suddenly, the fish jumped as its tail was healed. Mom, I did it. Yes, you did, said Sakura as she smiled at her daughter. So what is next? Asked Kushina. Nothing right now. I think your father is home, said Sakura. So seal the fish back into the scroll, and then let's go see what your dad is doing. They cleaned everything up and walked out to find Naruto, Altair, and Minato in fox form playing a game of tag with the Kyuubi, Fogo and the two red foxes that were partnered up with Altair and Minato. Can I play? Asked Mai. Come on, little sis, said Fogo as Mai ran out to join the game. Come on, Kushina, said Altair as Kushina looked a little nervous. Naruto walked up to his daughter before turning back into a human. Kushina, I know that you're scared to turn into a fox, but trust me, you will be fine, said Naruto. I know I will be fine, it's just I am not used to being a fox, said Kushina as she looked at the ground. Kushina, the fox form will make you a better ninja, and the more time you spend in that form, the more natural it will feel to you, said Naruto as he lifted her head up. So join the others in a game of tag. Sure dad, said Kushina as she turned into a blonde fox. However, unlike her brothers, who were totally blonde, there was a broad strip of pink about 2 inches thick on the top of her back which ran to her tip of her fox tail. The moment she became a fox, Minato ran up to her and hit her with his tail. You're it, said Minato as he ran off. Soon, Kushina joined the game as the kids ran off. Naruto looked at Sakura. So Sakura-chan, do you want to join the game? Asked Naruto as he turned back into a fox. Naruto-kun, sometimes you are such a child, said Sakura as she looked at the fox form of her husband before turning into a pink fox. But why not? Mommy, Daddy, can I come? Asked Saya. Sire, I wish you could, but you still haven't unlocked your fox form, said Naruto. Yes I have, Daddy. I figured it out all by myself a few days ago, said Saya as she turned in a small pink fox pup. So can I play now? Sure, said Naruto as the three of them walked out to join the game with the rest of their family. Yep, I have unlocked the Sharingan, said Liz proudly as she activated her Sharingan. Kushina, Mai, and Fugaku were waiting for Neji to show up with their mission. That is so cool, said Kushina as she looked at the Sharingan. However, I now know the Hiraishin no Jutsu. While this was going on, Neji stood in front of Naruto to get his team's mission. Neji, I know it is a little early for a C rank mission, but I need you and your squad to escort the survey team to the mine site, said Naruto. It is only a day away, but you should still keep an eye out for Itachi. I will, said Neji as he headed out the door. Please, God, keep them safe, thought Naruto as he looked out the window. He disappeared in a flash of light just as Neji appeared next to his squad. Okay, everyone, get everything you need for a 2-day C rank mission, and meet at the west gate in less than an hour, said Neji as Genin ran off. Kushina disappeared in a blonde flash, and then reappeared only a quarter of a mile away from her house. She ran the rest of the distance to her house to find her mom and dad waiting for her. Mom, Dad, I got a mission, a real mission, yelled Kushina. Yeah, I know, said Naruto. I would be the one who assigned it to you. Oh yeah, being the Hokage and all, said Kushina as Sakura held up Kushina's backpack. It has everything you will need for a 3-day mission, said Sakura as Kushina put the backpack on. Why did you pack things for 3 days? Asked Kushina. I will only be gone for 2. You never know what could happen, so it never hurts to carry extra, said Sakura. Besides, everything is sealed in scrolls, therefore, you're not wasting room. Okay, then, said Kushina. Well, I don't want to be late. Just do your best, be safe, and remember, if anything bad happens, summon Kyuubi and Sakura to help, said Naruto. Don't worry, Dad, it is just a C rank mission, said Kushina. A ninja can S at any time, said Naruto. Yeah, our first C rank mission was a nightmare, so be careful, remember, we love you, said Sakura as she hugged her daughter goodbye. She was followed shortly by Naruto. Don't worry, Mom and Dad, I will make you guys proud, said Kushina as she disappeared in a flash of light. You already have, said Naruto. Let me guess, Naruto-kun, you have an Anbu squad following him, said Sakura as Naruto lowered his head. No, I don't, said Naruto. But the thought had crossed my mind. Kushina rushed to the gate. She waited for everyone, including a man named Haruhide that they were taking to the mine site. Soon, they were off, walking down the road. So, you're the daughter of the Hokage? Asked Haruhide as they walked toward the mine. Yeah, that's me, said Kushina before she looked down at Mai, who was walking next to her. And this is Mai, daughter of the nine-tailed fox, Kyubi, and Sakura, the eight-tailed demon fox. Well then, we are pretty safe, said Haruhide. We will never be safe until Itachi is S, thought Fugaku as they walked. Meanwhile, Sasuke was sitting at his desk at the police station. He had gotten word from Naruto that his kids were going away on a mission, so he had run home to say goodbye. However, that had just made it worse. Sir, are you listening to me? Asked Hanabi, who is one of the Hyuga officers. Sorry, I just have a number of things on my mind, said Sasuke. Like what, sir? I have never seen you act nervous about anything before, said Hanabi. My kids are taking their first mission outside the village, said Sasuke. I see, said Hanabi. Well, before you know it, they will be back home, sir. Yeah, but it won't stop me from worrying about them, said Sasuke. What were you saying? Hanabi rolled her eyes. Basically, the Akamaiki clan is filing another complaint about how you fired one of their members. I fired him because he was eating at a crime scene. He messed it all up when he spilled his drink all over the footprints, making them useless, said Sasuke. I was there, you don't have to tell me, said Hanabi. Still, they're complaining that there are no members of their clan in the force anymore. There are no members of the Akamaiki clan on the force because they never listen to me, they spit on my wife and they insult my kids. How can I hire any of them if they can't work competently? An officer has to be respectful to everyone, even the people they hate, said Sasuke. Nevertheless, they are flooding my desk with complaints, said Hanabi. Well, I am sorry that you have to deal with my problem, said Sasuke. It is my job to clean up after your mistakes, said Hanabi as she left. Later that night, Neji sat by the fire as the rest of his team was sleeping in one of the tents. The mine was so new that they didn't even have true buildings yet. Every structure, other than the buttresses in the tunnels, was a tent. They had walked the whole day without running into anyone until they reached the tent city. Since there wasn't a lot of room, he and his team were sharing one large tent. Suddenly, Liz came out of tent where the genin was sleeping. Is something wrong, Liz? Asked Neji as Liz sat down by the fire. I can't sleep, said Liz. I keep having nightmares. Let me guess, it is about Itachi. Asked Neji as he stoked the fire. How did you know about that? Asked Liz. Dad said that, besides us, only Uncle Naruto, Aunt Sakura, and the demon foxes know about him. Naruto told me, it is my job, if he should show his face, to hold him up so that you guys can get away, or so that Kushina can summon Kyubi to battle him, said Neji. Still, I am afraid of him and what he might do to my family, said Liz. Liz, whatever happens will happen, said Neji. You may have a very powerful ninja after you, but you have the demon lords and the strongest Hokage ever protecting you. I know that, but I don't like it, said Liz. It seems that, no matter where I look, I am destined to S. Liz, density is something you make, you have the power to choose it for yourself, said Neji. Liz just nodded and looked into the flames. Meanwhile, back in Konoha, Naruto and Sakura lay in their bed. Can you sleep, Sakura-chan? Asked Naruto to his wife, who was laying on his chest. No, I am so worried about our daughter, said Sakura. Me too, said Naruto as their bedroom door slowly opened. They both looked up at the door to see their little pink-haired girl holding her stuffed toy fox that she had since she was born. Sakura and Naruto turned on a lamp by their bed. Sire, what's wrong? Asked Sakura. I had a bad dream, said Sire as she hopped onto her parents' bed. What was this bad dream about, dear? Asked Naruto. Maybe we can help explain things and make you feel better. There was a scary man with red eyes, Sire began. Their little girl described her dream of a man with red eyes. In it, he ked her uncle Sasuke and Auntie Ino, along with their family. All the while, Naruto and Sakura's eyes were wide. He was really scary. I don't want to be alone, so can I stay with you too? Sure thing, sweetie, said Naruto as he and Sakura moved apart, letting Sire slide in between them. Daddy, I am worried about Auntie Ino and Uncle Sasuke, said Sire as she laid her head down on a pillow. I will ask Kyubi to go check on them, if it makes you feel better, said Naruto. He looked up to see that Kyubi was awake, looking to see what was going on. He nodded before he disappeared, leaving his Sakura still asleep. He appeared a minute later, nodding his head. Everything is fine. Fogo is watching over them, said Kyubi before lying back down next to his mate. See, dear, they are fine. Do you think you can sleep? Asked Naruto. He turned his head back to his daughter and wife only to find Saya already asleep, lying against Sakura. Naruto lay back down and turned off the lights. Between him and Sakura lay Saya, who was sound asleep. Naruto-kun, you are a wonderful father, whispered Sakura. And you are a wonderful mother, Sakura-chan, whispered Naruto back as they slowly fell asleep. The next day, Kushina, Mai, Fugaku, Liz, and Neji were walking back to the village. Suddenly, Neji froze. Everyone, stop, yelled Neji as everyone did just that. What is it, Neji-sensei? Asked Kushina. We are not alone, said Neji as he turned on his Byakugan. He is in the tree at 9 o'clock. Who is it? Asked Liz. She activated her Sharingan as she and Fugaku drew their swords, while Kushina pulled out a kunai. Well, it seems like I have been found out, said a man as he jumped down in front of the team. He was wearing boots that went up to his knees, black pants, and a dark gray shirt with a red jacket. He had on one shoulder a grass forehead protector with a horizontal slash running through it. On the other shoulder was a single white circle. He had black hair and brown eyes. What is a grass ninja doing in Fire Country? Liz asked the strange man. If you use your brain, you'll see that I am a missing nin, and that means that I can go wherever I want, said the ninja. And I want information. I am searching for someone, and I will find him. You will tell me what I want to know. I don't think so, said Fugaku. You can't stop me, little boy, the only person who has a chance of stopping me is the Hyuga behind you, said the man. And who are you, anyway? Asked Kushina. I am Dano Haruno, one of the last of the Haruno clan and an S-rank missing nin, said Dano. I am searching for the last members of my clan. So tell me, and I may let you live. Dear God, he's talking about mom. Or even, me, Kushina thought, but she didn't let her face betray her thoughts. She replied, we won't tell you anything. Well then, I will just have to beat it out of you, said Dano. Get into Formation 9, said Neji as he stepped forward. Sensei, Formation 9, asked Fugaku, sounding uncertain. Yes, Formation 9. Let me handle this, said Neji as his squad turned into their backs to each other, forming a protective triangle. Mai was in her fighting stance in front of Kushina. Why don't you just leave before I decide to end your life? Offered Neji as he stepped between Dano and his team. I have to say, as a Hyuga, you may prove to be a little bit of a threat. But still, you're only a Junin, said Dano. Only a Junin, remarked Neji. What are you talking about? The only rank higher than Junin is Kage, and you are no Kage. You are foolish to underestimate your opponent. Neji got into an unusual fighting stance, with one arm behind him, and one arm in front of him. Dano just charged at Neji. 8 trigrams, 64 palms. Yelled Neji as he tried to hit Dano with his hands. However, Dano just moved his hands and grabbed Neji's. You see, Hyuga, I can move just as fast as you, and with my chakra control, I can cancel out your chakra attack, said Dano. Suddenly, Fugaku broke formation and charged at Dano. His sword tip was a few inches off the ground as he came in for an uppercut. Foolish kid, said Dano. As he let go of Neji, he moved out of Fukagu's way as Fukagu flew past. Dano channeled his chakra into a blade of his own. Fugaku-kun, no, yelled Kushina as the blade of chakra came flying toward Fukagu's end. This is the end, thought Fukagu as the chakra blade came flying toward him. Suddenly, he wasn't alone. He saw that Kushina was next to him. How did she get here so fast? Thought Fugaku as Kushina shoved him and herself out of the way of the blade. As they rolled to the ground, Neji took care of Dano, who had foolishly turned his back to him. Dano was lying on the ground, looking up at Neji. Never turn your back to me, said Neji as Dano passed out. Kushina, Fugaku, are you all right? After getting no response, Neji looked up and almost laughed at the sight before him. Fugaku was lying on top of Kushina, and their noses were less than an inch away. Both kids were blushing up a storm as they staring at each other. So, are you two going to get up, or should we leave you alone? Asked Liz as the two jumped apart, still blushing. Kushina, you're bleeding, said Neji as Kushina pressed her hand to her en and felt the warmth of her own blood. Slowly, she placed her own hand to her en. It started to glow green. When she removed her hand, the cut was gone. I am fine, said Kushina, who was still blushing. That's good, said Neji. He disarmed Dano and placed a paper seal on him, keeping him unconscious before throwing him over his shoulder. Come on, listen lovebirds, let's get going. They started walking back to the village. That will be all for this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below for more videos. Goodbye.